You know, I want to turn the subject over to Darren Barker. I know he has this fight coming up on October 1st. Tell me, how have the international sales been for that fight? Have you had any difficulty selling tickets to Darren Barker's fight, knowing that Carl Froch is coming up on October 9th?
It's definitely affected us somewhat. They've got two very different sets of fans. Darren Barker's fans predominantly come from London. Carl Froch's fans come from all over the UK. Carl is a much bigger fighter than Darren, of course, but I think that, you know, generally we're going to have big support for both fights. Carl's fight is a bigger fight for UK fight fans, so we're going to have bigger numbers for that. But Darren has a real hardcore following in London that are going to come out. I'm not sure how much Sergio Martinez support is going to have in Atlantic City. People respect him as a fighter, but I don't know whether he's got a big following, particularly on the East Coast. So I think that's going to be good. And let me tell you, Darren Barker, you know, don't be alarmed by the odds that you see for that fight, because that's much more of a 50-50 fight than people think. It's a really, really tough fight for Barker. Martinez is a tremendous fighter, but people need to believe in Darren Barker, and the training is going so well and he's so confident. I think he's going to cause Martinez some problems. What
has the reception to that fight been back home in England?
It's a huge challenge for Darren. You know, I mean, listen, I'm a promoter. I'm here to big up my fighters and to big up fighters, but I'm also a realist. We know Darren Barker is an outsider. The fans know that Darren Barker is an outsider. He can't not be. He's the undefeated British Commonwealth European champion. He's a great fighter, but he's fighting Sergio Martinez, #2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. So of course he's the outsider, but we believe, and more importantly Darren Barker believes, that he can cause an upset. He loves fighting southpaws. He's always asked me to fight Sergio Martinez, and now we've got him the fight, and it's up to him to show us what he can do.
My final question is regarding Carl Froch. Now, you know, we've seen a lot of tournaments throughout history. We've seen, of course, the middleweight tournament where Bernard Hopkins became a huge star. We've seen the heavyweight tournament where Mike Tyson became a huge star. Do you feel that there's any pressure on Carl Froch to have not just a winning effort, but a superbly winning effort in order to justify the hoopla that has been made of this tournament?
Not really. I've never seen Carl Froch in a boring fight. I think anyone who's watched his career will say exactly the same thing. I don't believe there's a way this fight can be a boring fight. But for me, and if I was Carl Froch, I'd just be thinking about getting the job done. It's not about impressing the fans. He's done that all his career. That just comes with his performances. But the key is getting the job done, getting the win, and winning both belts, and then moving forward there to unify the division.